In the summer of 2004, Idaho Humane Society started a new program in conjunction with the Idaho Department of Correction, where they would take their rather rambunctious and more difficult to train and home shelter dogs and place them with prison inmates. From one lockup to another, you might say. They called it the Inmate Dog Alliance Project of Idaho, or IDOC. This wasn't a pets in prison program, though. The hope was to instill a sense of responsibility and purpose in a few inmates by way of infusing obedience in some untrained dogs. Well, 20 years ago this week, the first class of canines finished their training, and we were there for the graduation in today's 208 Redial. Inside the Idaho Correctional Center are those considered unfit for society. 3 months ago, those unwanted men were joined by man's unwanted best friend.
Dogs are out of control, and they're not dogs that would probably be able to be adopted.
By partnering with prisoners, the Idaho Humane Society hoped to get these puppies ready for the real world.
Sit.
12 weeks later, they are.
Down. Stay.
The first class of the Inmate Dog Alliance was a perfect pairing of personalities and appearance.
And we didn't notice it until yesterday. Someone came on the tier and said, "You all look just like your dogs."
From short hairs with short hairs to long hairs with long hairs to big dogs with, well, you get it. But you're a big guy.
Yes.
So you got the biggest dog.
Exactly.
The guy with Cy with the mohawk, who just looks just like Cy.
You see, Cy, like most of these dogs, knew nothing when he got here.
Absolutely nothing.
After hours of concentration, they've learned the basics.
Shake.
And a few featured tricks.
Ready? High five. There you go.
Archie, big. Big. Good boy.
Sasha, you show him bang? Bang.
The men have spent every moment with these mutts.
Good girl. It's an amazing thing. You look up and you go, wow, I can't believe there's a dog in here.
And for both parties, the program has been well worth the wait. Wait. Okay.
You know, you can go to programs all the time just to get a parole, but this is for life. This is what, you know, this means something.
He wants to go.
Yeah.
And he's ready to go. He's ready to be gold sealed out of this place.
Getting that golden seal is the dog's way out.
I'm giving him a second chance in life. That's all, to me, that's all it's about.
And while the training may have been hard, the toughest part of the program
Oh, it's already tough. I mean, we're running out of time right now.
is saying goodbye, maybe one last command, then walking away and watching your canine leave cell block B.
She's getting paroled today, just like some days we all will.
Brian Holmes,
She's my best friend in here.
Idaho's News Channel 7. Sad day for those guys. All 6 of the dogs featured in that story 20 years ago had already been adopted through the Idaho Humane Society. And that group of inmates, and while sad to see their new best friends leave them behind, they were able to make a new friend with a new class of adoptee dogs brought in the next week. And that program seemed to be pretty successful for nearly 20 years, but unfortunately it no longer exists. According to the Idaho Humane Society, when COVID hit, the Department of Correction closed off prisons to visitors, and that meant no dogs or their handlers were allowed. It remained that way for 2 years of the pandemic, and that program has not restarted. The training of ill-mannered dogs now falls on the Humane Society staff. But we want to know if anyone knows what became of Rob Tilton, Mark Brown, or Bob Coulter, the inmates trainers that we spoke with that day. We'd love to hear about it.